Good evening, my dear brothers, sisters, and friends. Today is Friday, November the 29th, 2013. We are having our weekly meditation session. How are you this evening? Today, I have a chance to come back to my high school. After 20 years, I graduate from that school, and I have an invitation from the religion teacher who invite me to come over to share about Buddhism, because the religion students they have 1 week to learn about Buddhism. So they invite me to come as a guest speaker on Buddhism. I was very happy and very touched to come back to my St. Joseph High School. And after I left, since 1993, I haven't had a chance to come back to visit the teachers, friends, and my school. When I come back today, I met some of the old students who now work for the school. I met one of the teacher that she retired, but today she come back as a sub-teacher. I'm very happy to walk around school and to find the old pictures that we took, but unfortunately all the school year was hanging up on the hallway except my year. 1993, our whole frame of pictures of students were not there. So I talked to the grade 11 students today, and I told them that today I come here not as a guest speaker, not as a philosopher, but I come here as a friend of you, who come and to visit you and to share about what I learned and how I practice in Buddhism. And after the talk, one of the students came to me and asked me. He said that somebody told him he needs to balance himself by good and bad. Is that true? And I said, does that mean you doing one bad thing and you have to find something good to do in order to balance? And I tried to explain to him why people say that. Because in us, we already have lot of negatives already. So that means we unbalance. And now what we need to do is to practice more and more in order to bring the goodness in us, so it balances with the negatives within us. So make sure now you can come back and reflect how much negative you have in you. It's countless. If some people doing something wrong, we can turn around, our face turn red, we can say something, we can react right away. If anything based on, our benefit, our fame, our situation, whatever that may affect to us, that may harm us, we react right away. Even we line up for food, and sometimes the dish that we like the most now is gone. And we can feel, we can recognize how we feel right in that moment. Just food. And how about if somebody, they bring something to give, and they don't have enough to give, but everybody else, maybe 20 of them have, but come to our turn, we don't have it. What do we feel? So I gave some of the example to see if we come back and reflect to ourselves, we still have a lot of tiny things that hiding deeply in us. Sometimes we may show that we are very practical. We are very calm, we are very relaxed. But, the Buddha said, the tiny one, it's more like the dust you cannot see. Only with the sunshine you can see it. And what is that sunshine? The mindfulness, the wisdom, and you can see. Even brother and sister, or brother and brother, we come for one meal. And we look at the stick, at our brother's dish is bigger than us, and we already a little bit disagree. How come his is better than mine? So therefore, in us, the negatives already came along with us since we were young and up to when we grow up. And according to the environment, the movies, the people that we socialize every day. And if we don't have enough fortunate to socialize with good friends, to live in the good environment, we add up all of that, and the negative seeds in us start to grow stronger and stronger each day. So therefore, when they say, oh, you need to practice in order to balance with the negatives, doesn't mean you give donation to this hand, you punch this person on the other hand in order to balance it. I explained that to that student about the practice. Even we live in the temple, and we know that every morning we have to wake up early for chanting, for meditation. And we talk to people, you have to be diligent in the practice, okay? But maybe 5 days in a row we never show up in the meditation hall. How come? The habits of, sleeping, very strong in us. We teach people, you must share. We must share. But if we know that Thầy give the shirt to that brother is better than the mine I have from last time, then we a little bit, maybe we think, Thầy love that guy more than me, etc. So we know that not only the materialistic, but many things tiny that happen one-to-one in our daily life. And we can reflect. Do we have more negative in us or more positive? If we come to the point that we see someone who has something, but we don't, and right in that moment, we have, oh, that's okay, I have it. Now his turn. I'm happy that he can have that. Or we can say that, oh, because 5 years ago they don't have this kind of technology, but I still have it. I still can use up to now. And this person, they live in this kind of moment, and they can have a better. That's normal. If we're able to think that, that means we start to have the positive energy in us. I asked the student, before we finished the class, the teacher asked me, do I have any words to share with young people, especially in this time? They attach so much to the technology, to clothes, to cosmetics, and to, iPhone, iPads, many things like that. And I told them, 20 years flies very fast. It's like a dream. I cannot imagine I graduated from high school 20 years. And now I look back to my classmates. Sometimes they come here. Now each of them have 2 kids, 4 kids, and they have a lot of heavy things on their shoulder. And same with me. I have a lot of things on my shoulder too. And when we were young, we never went to school, we skipped class, we don't do homework, we hang around with friends, we sit in the hallway, we can chat for a whole day. And I said, we want to grow up, but we never do things we must do. Right in that moment, we can see the negatives in us. We want to be rich, but we never go work. We want to graduate, but we don't do homework. Hey, you do that and let me copy. When I was young, I asked my friend do math for me and I pay them. So I told them, time flies very fast. You can reflect on the flower that we arrange every day and you can see about the impermanence of life. Nothing can stay forever. Not only things, material, but even yourself, even this body, we change all the time. So therefore, reflect on that and you appreciate whatever you have. And keep in mind, we always have more than enough. You can look back to the victims in Philippines, in Vietnam, in Australia, where people burned their house was burned, they have no home, no clothes, no food. And look back what we have now. What else we want? Practicing Buddhism doesn't mean to detach everything. We need everything. But what we have to learn is the practicing and the learning of moderation. Only take things that you need. If things you don't need, don't have to take. I told my students, I travel around and giving lecture. People respect me and love me. They bought iPads and they offered to me. I said, first, I don't really need this. Secondly, I don't know how to use it. So thanks for your kindness, but now I don't need it. You can bring home. I told them, if I'm greedy, I just take it. If I'm ready to take all of the iPads that people give me, I can have 10 of them now. Not only the iPads, the laptop, the camera, the watches, but I only take what I need. I told them, if we do not honest to ourselves, then we cannot honest to anyone. And the practice is for yourself, not for the others. If you train yourself to become the habit of greedy, then you will become the one who lives with non-stop. We just want more and more, but never know how to stop. So what do we have to learn? Stopping and reflecting. And this is what we do every Friday here. This is what we do every morning, every afternoon, every evening here. You can learn from the traffic lights. What do you have to do when you see the yellow light? What do we have to do when we see the red light? And what do we have to do when we see the green light? This is the practice. Practicing, but nothing called practice. That's very natural. Slow down when you see the yellow light. Stop when you see the red light. Go when you see the green light. You don't have to say, I have to stop when I see the red light. No, you just automatically stop. And that, you have to train yourself like that, like the same as you stop at the traffic light, or you using along with the traffic light. Meditation, mindfulness. Today we learn sitting. Sitting means to stop. Even when you move around the meditation hall, but that is the stopping. You moving, but why we call stop? Stopping from the habit of rushing. Now you slow down. This is the practice. You still moving, but there's nothing to be rushed. Sometimes we are sitting, close the eyes like this. Look very beautiful, but this is the sitting, but not the meditation. We call sitting meditation, but we only do half. We can do sitting, but we have no meditation. We are sitting here, but a lot of things going on, and we already visit some other places. I have another place to go. Let me see what's the address, where to go. North, south, east, west. We start to think. We start to travel before we're supposed to go. So first we balance ourselves. Try to learn and balance our daily routine. Like the food, sometimes that's very delicious. But because I'm full, learn to stop. Stop right there. It's hard to do. I can sleep more, but no more time to sleep. So wake up. Why we fear? Sometimes we need to put ourselves to do something that we fear of. You're afraid to stand up here and speak. You can learn and do that every week. I remember when I was a novice, when the master told me, Thich Phap Hoa, come up here, and inviting the bell, playing the drum, my hands start to wet. But the master left home regularly. He left the temple for his other things in the state, in other provinces. I have to stay home, and I don't have brothers like this at my time. So only me in the temple. No choice, man. I have to stand up and hold a microphone, leading the ceremony, giving lecture, etc. Since I'm 17. One day the master called me and said, this is the back of temple's booklet. You have to be the bookkeeper now. Nobody sit down with me and show me how to do this stuff. Every day after school, I have to open all the books and try to go column to column, how to make everything, why they go to this result. And I have to find a balance by myself. So training. The time, the environment can create a hero. This is how Vietnamese people used to say. If you yourself rolling in the situation, in the environment, you have to do it. And you must know who you are. What happened to you now? And then automatically you train yourself. Let's say if I'm here, I'm the abbot. I can make decision. I can ask people to do things, but if I go to another temple, I am a guest. I must follow their rules. I must do things like, I cannot request too much because I am a guest. So we have to be clear where we are, what happened to us now, in order to raise the require on the right time, right situation. And because we did not know how to balance, and because we did not have enough mindfulness, that's why we always feel there is a hole in us, and we need to find something to fill up that hole. So I ask the students, someday turn off your cell phone and to see whether you can handle that day without a cell phone. The more technology we have, and sometimes the more we live unmindfulness. I can see now a lot of kids, young people, they're having their dinner with their family, but they are not there. They are not really there for the family. They eat with the family, but they hand holding a cell phone and they start to take chat with their friends. They leave the cell phone there. They heard the beep, look, they read and they start to talk. So their body is there, but their mind is not really there. That's why not only the soul, but right in the family, right at the meal, there is a hole there. There is a space there. The space is we are not really there for each other. Then if we training like that all the time, then of course we have the hole in us too, in our soul too. Why? Because we do not see the reality of the family. That's why we want to do something else when we are there. So the hole is not somebody give us or make us. Nobody make the hole in us, only us. We start first. Why don't we be there for the family? Why don't we be there for ourselves? When we step into the car, put the key in, the first thing we turn on the radio. After we back home, when we step in, we took the remote control, we turn the TV. We scared. We are afraid of the quiet. We always want some noise surround us. And sometimes we never hear what they talk about in the TV. We just want something. So the practicing is we come back and we reflect what kind of hole we have. And sometimes that is not the real hole, just because we feel it. Especially in the relationship. We just broke up with that person yesterday, today we already have a new person. And that person is the victim. They are the one who replaced the previous one. They are the one who replaced the ex-one. And we continue to hurt people by that way. And the one who hurt by us, they will learn it, and sometimes they will do that for the others. So we are clinging to suffering each other. So without mindfulness, a lot of problems will come up. A lot of suffering, a lot of sorrows, a lot of despair, a lot of fear. And if we see that we are related to each other, then we will appreciate everything we have, and we will live mindfully in order to conduct and offer a lot of joyful. If you're going home and you can see that we are related, because we have the baby. That's why we will go home early, so we can spend time with our baby. So the baby related to the father, and because the baby was there, that's why the baby helped. The baby helps his father to play his role perfectly. And because I am the student, the teacher of my students, that's why I try to live more mindfully each day, because I need to be a good role model to teach my students. And so the students can be the teacher. They teach me the lecture of practicing more diligent. In Vietnamese folk song, there was a song. The big lobster, between the big lobster and the small lobster. The big lobster told the smaller one, "You must walk straight." And the smaller one say, "I will, if you can." You see how the lobster shape. How can they straighten up their body? So the smaller one will join the palms. I respect what you advise me, but I need to see how you walk first, so I can follow. Every morning when we wake up, and the first thing we have to say is, "Wake up this morning. I thanks for the new day I have." And because we thanks for the new day that we have, then we will cultivate our mindfulness and make the commitment to live this day fully. Again, how do we know that we have a fully day? Wholeheartedly do something you're supposed to do, without any request. People return, repay or not the problem. The problem is, have we done our facts, our side completely? And that's called a full day, a full life. We may live up only 30 years, 40 years, but no, in this 40 years, we have done the best. We have tried the best. That's it. One student asked me, "Thầy, what happened after we die?" And I told him, "I'm not there yet, so I don't know." But in order to talk with the student, with the young people about death, instead I will talk with them about living, how to live. Because, that is something will come. But that is only the ending of this period of life. But the point is to live happily now. So I told them, the past is history. The future is mystery. Today is a gift. That's why we call present. enjoy your present. Every morning when you wake up, you open your eyes and you will realize, oh, I have a new gift today. Very well grabbed. I will open this gift mindfully. So every day you have a day to live. I don't talk with my mother much. Maybe once or twice a week. And sometimes I wrote some article for people to read for their own prayer. But every time when I listen something about the relationship between mother, father, families, I still very touched. And I always mention, my parents are still healthy now. They can help themselves now, so I will do my own things. I will do things that I'm supposed to do for others. So if one day they are very weak, they need my help, at that time I will take time to take care of them. So I don't feel regret that I did not done my monastic life, because now I have done whatever I can do for others. So I never refuse to do anything that I'm able to, according to my time, my health, and the condition. I will do all my best. So if one day I cannot afford anymore because I have something else to do with my parents, then I will do wholeheartedly. So right now, we all can reflect on that and live according to my experience. And because we see that everyone's around us, they are brother, sister, we are related. Let's say when you come here, you see the meditation hall clean, the cushions already set. You related. Because you are coming here tonight, that's why the novices already set up for you. And if you sit with your appreciation, you're using the cushions, the mats, with your appreciation, you are related. And because we will respect and protect the materials we use, we are related. So one of our bodhisattva, he made the vow. I vow to pay respect to all Buddhas. Paying respect doesn't mean you just join your palms and bow to everyone. Of course, if we see people between human and human, we will respect. But the table, the desk, the cushion, the mats, the bell, everything we use in daily life, we should respect them too. Even a pen after we use, we must put them back properly. That to show the respect. And because we have the merits, the fortunate, to have the pen, to have the paper, do not waste. Because when we waste, that means we burn our fortunate, our merits. So even we are not rich, but we still have enough. And sometimes we have extra to give, then give the extra. So what we fear? Sickness, old age, death. That will come to us sooner or later. But what we fear is, do we know how to use our day mindfully? Don't worry whether we're sick, we get older, or we die. We never know when that will happen. So the point is, learn to live deeply each day. You can see that when we do not know how to balance our material life, then we always feel we need more. We need more, not only the soul, the relationship, but everything. Someday you forgot to recharge your cell phone. Do you still feel comfortable? Or you feel uncomfortable? That means we can say we attach. If one day the TELUS company or the Shaw company, they try to fix something in your area and they cut off your internet, you still okay for that day? If you're still okay, you're on the track of mindfulness. Back 20 years ago, there's no internet, I'm still okay. But how come I don't feel okay? So sometimes we need to make a contest. And everything will be the challenge. And remember, the school, the education in the school, one day will be done. But the education in this life, the school of life, never end, never finish. Every day there's a lecture for us to learn. Even the one who always gives you hard time, he or she will become your super bodhisattva who give you the lecture of patience. The Buddha said, the power of the kid is their cry. The power of the lady is their angry. The power of the king is his seal when he seal down and nothing can change. The power of the hero is their sword, but the power of the practitioner is the patience. If we have the patience, everything will be possible. And how many patience we need to practice? Patience between human and human. Patience between us and the environment, the situations. And once we can see the true facts of everything, anything come, we still see that's normal. Let's say that person praising us, we happy. The week after that, he blaming us, we angry. We do not learn solid and stable like the earth. Why we wear brown? Why we wear yellow? Brown and yellow symbolize for earth. Solid, stable, thick and wide like the earth. Clean water, dirty water, earth still take it. And the earth know how to make all the water evaporate. Transformation. Why we wear gray? Release yourself. Let go. So you feel light like the smoke. You are freedom everywhere. If not, you take everything as seriously. Very heavy yourself, you fall down like the ash. So look at the incense. There's already a lecture for us to learn. Let it go and let it down. Every Christmas time we sing the song, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. So we will change the word, let it go, let it go, let it go. Practicing is the art. Cooking is the art. Sewing is an art. Decoration is an art. and practicing also an art. If you know how to see everything in the sense of happiness, you will cultivate the sense of humor in yourself. Every situation you can see normal. If we're able to train ourselves like that, the fear, the nature of fear in us, slowly calm. We all have the seed of fear in us. But sometimes we fear something that is not appropriate. And then when you can transform all of that in you. Try to look everything as easy, as normal, as, simple. Then you will simple everything in your life. If you are a very famous person, then you have to accept the gossiping about you. If you sit down and playing chess, you must use your mind how to play that game. Everything in this life, if you involve, then you have to be wholeheartedly with that. If you choose to be a monastic, there is something as a monastic you must deal with. If you choose to be the teacher in school, and you have to prepare that you have to deal with students. Some students very easy to deal, some students not easy to deal. Even you sit at the parking lot and all you need to do is take the ticket, put in and charge them how much. Sometimes you will be blamed by the customer because they don't expect that much. Even you never take any penny from the cost. But that's life. None of the things we choose in this life, and there's no price to pay for. And if we can see things easier like that, the fear within us slowly calm. And we see the true facts of life. We all have the whole, but be very mindful to find the right thing for that whole. It's like the bottle, the jar. You want to find a lid for it, make sure you find the right lid. Too big, cannot plug in. Too small, also cannot. Only the right one for that. Try to find the right things to do. When you go to the supermarket to buy fruits, you always select the good one to buy. Right? Select good things to do. And with mindfulness, we always can do that. Again, please do not wait until Friday to come here to practice meditation. Remember to find yourself, give yourself 5 minutes each day. 5 minutes are nothing with 24 hours you have. You're willing to spend 3 hours for cooking, just to eat. We're willing to have 3 meals a day, just to nurture this body. Then how come there is no even 5 minutes to nurture the mind? Did you see the big unbalance there? Did you see the big hole there? If 5 minutes enough, we'll fill up the hole. Don't bargain with me. Practicing is not a bargain. 5 minutes is not enough. And then slowly we increase, 10 minutes or 50 minutes. I encourage the young monks. If any morning you did not come for the meditation and the chanting, and at least before you go to school, you go up to the meditation hall, to the Buddha hall, you bow the Buddha 3 times. That's for you, not for Thầy. You do that in order to let yourself know that I need to bring the Buddha along with me to school, to this new day. And what Buddha means? The nature of awakening. I ask the ladies in the cooking team every day, every time when you come to temple to volunteer, before you go down in the kitchen, you must go to the Buddha and bow the Buddha 3 times. I vow to bring the energy of awakening along with me into the kitchen. Because the real place that you will train yourself is the kitchen, not the main hall. Even we call this as the main hall, but to the ladies who cook in the kitchen is their main hall. And the people surround them is the main people where they're supposed to practice with. We don't practice with Buddha. That's statue. No matter what you talk to him, he will sit there and smiling all day long. Last week there was a Catholic man who came to help us in the kitchen. And when they have lunch in the dining hall and he looked at around the temple, he see many statues of the Buddhas in the drawer. And he said, in these Buddha statues, who is the highest? He asked me that, and I say, I am the highest. I explained to him, you know why? Without me, they are not there. So I am the one who brought them here and set them there. So I am the highest. Thank you for your listening. Thank you for your presence, your questions. And based on your questions, I combine all the questions together for tonight's talk. May you be happy and well by the blessing of the Buddha. Blessing here means we take the teachings of the Buddha and apply into our daily life in order to receive the true result. And once we benefit from the teachings of the Buddha, that means the Buddha bless. Enjoy your weekend. Dear friends, tomorrow night at 6 p.m. at the Golden Age Community Hall, there will be a fundraising entertainment for the victims in Philippines and Vietnam. So if you think you have time to come there for the dinner box, they prepare a box of dinner, and it's cost $10 each. You can go there for enjoy your entertainment and also for your support, or you can give donation in the temple here, because we all go to one account, so we can send our love, our support to the victims in the Philippines and in Vietnam. In Vietnam, in the center of Vietnam, also a very serious flood this year. And thousands of homes are gone. Thousands of people are very cold and no clothes, no food. And I cannot hold my tears when I see those video clips that they send. You can see on YouTube and TV. So every time when I see like that, and I always remind me, I'm very fortunate, and anything I have, and I feel more than enough compared to those victims. So please help for the for this charity event.